this morning that's turned into this afternoon now. We're meeting with Lena Cole-Dennis, and we're actually just having a meeting, but Lena has shared some really great information that we want to put out there to all of our friends that ride and live in color. So Lena, can you tell me, we were just talking about riding in the community, and you say you read all the time. Tell me what your thoughts are about what's happening on bikes on the streets of LA.
Well, Yolanda, I understand that we have these new bike lanes, but no one ever explained to people exactly what it meant as a rider or a car driver,
Yes.
what the bike lanes meant and how we were supposed to participate with them and share the lanes. I did not know. You have a bike lane and the person's on the right-hand side, but no one ever explained to me, yes, they also could get in the left-hand lane and make a left-hand turn.
Right.
I think we need some signs that say bike, we have the bike route, but bike life or bike left-hand turns, or bike riders can use the left-hand turn lanes,
Right.
explaining things. I'm a reader. I read all the time. I'm aware of reading newsletters,
Right.
and no one ever told me that, yes, you have to be careful on the freeway when it's stop-and-go traffic. Suppose
Right.
I want to open the door to pour out some water,
Right.
or whatever.
Right.
It could happen, or a fire starts in my car and I'm flicking out the cigarette.
Right.
But you shouldn't open those doors, because the doors, you have people coming through, bike riders or maybe motorcycle riders
yeah.
coming through that lane quickly. And also when you park your car, when you open your door, you're thinking, okay, I have enough space for another car coming.
Right.
You're thinking, what about a bike coming down there?
Right.
We have to be aware. So there's not enough in-house, or I would say in-house awareness about what are the rules and regulations. Because even
Yeah.
when you go, and when I got my driver's license last year,
Right.
I remember a lot of information about bikes and
Right.
taking the driver's test.
Right.
So we want to be aware, so we've got to make the community aware too, because I'm tired of these people arguing about bikers don't belong here, motorcycles don't belong here, but they do. We all have to share this road.
Right.
Remember those old little things about, we have share the road, but remember, don't do drugs, say no to drugs. We've got to do some biking information, some biking awareness, but it's got to be real specific with what are the rules and regulations. Because as an elder, I thought I could ride my bike on the sidewalk.
Right.
How dare they tell me I can't?
Right.
So I'm just going to jump out the street with my peripheral bad eyes and just start driving down the street? I
Right.
don't think so. So
No.
I'm really upset about that.
Yeah.
And I want to change that rule. I want to ride from corner to corner and get off the light, walk across, get back on my bike, ride and stop.
And ride safely. And like
And
you
ride
said, you
safely.
don't want to, the thought of having to go to the beach to lug your bike, and based on what kind of bike you have.
Exactly.
And lug it and put it in the car and go down to the beach and then ride.
And
You want to
then
be
ride.
able to go outside your door and do this whole thing called, in some cases, commuting. Because you could, the idea is you don't have to ride 50 miles on a bike. You can ride down to your local market or farmer's market, and you want to be able to do
the
that.
cleaners.
Right.
I could ride to the cleaners.
But you're not going to just get out in the street, is what you're saying.
Exactly. There
Right.
is no
'Cause you
way.
don't- you
I
wanna
am
live.
careful. And
You
yes,
wanna
I
go.
want to live. And
Yeah.
nobody can teach me how to ride on the street based on what my sight limitation and vision.
So one way you would be more comfortable with getting out in the street is if you knew that you had safe bike lanes, which actually in some cases they're creating bike lanes that have buffers where that is designated only for bikes, and in some cases they're painting that area green.
Yes,
and that
downtown
indicates-
on Spring, I think, in Los Angeles Street,
Right.
they do have those buffers, and that was wonderful to
You would
see.
be comfortable with getting on your bike in your community if you had those type of buffers to protect you and know that this is a designated area for me to ride,
Yes.
even with your peripheral vision.
Yes, if that was
Okay.
the case, yes, with it.
Okay.
But definitely not just out and about.
Right.
That just won't work for me. And that's why I want to ride, and I'm going to start a petition or ordinance for seniors to be able to ride on the sidewalk.
Okay, well, there you go. I mean, that's something that you're going to be investigating more in and trying to see how we can get, because we have a lot of seniors that are willing and fully capable of riding on a wide range of bikes. You know, even if they're not comfortable with riding 2 wheels, there's the 3 wheels like we shared. And I mean, professionals and athletes, you know, very active people are riding those bikes too. So it's not like a handicap type of bike. So what would you, in closing, what would you, Battery's about to go, suggest that we do to reach out? What are like 3 tips you can give bike advocates and bike organizations that are trying to reach out to communities of color? What can we do to inform our community more on how to get this information out so that people know more information?
Well, you do newsletters, but newsletters are costly. But what about just some little blurt things that are hanging around that looks like bookmarkers or something? Just some little bike tips for elderly, where they could go get the information, where they could go get a bike fix. They may already have a bike. Where's an easy way? How much a bike would cost? What kind of tools do you carry with your bike?
Yes, we do have some of that existing information with our local bike coalition. So then the challenge is that we get it into the community in places that it's not in the community.
Exactly, it's not in the libraries. I don't see them in the libraries.
Okay.
I don't see them at corner places like a store, like the Cal's restaurant, or either Watts Coffee House, places like that. Those are community places that people can go. And one more thing, I didn't give you your third one because I don't remember what it is. But I think if older people were on the street riding their bikes, they would stop and talk to each other. Because when you're just riding the bike because you have like 5 miles to ride or 20, 100 miles to ride, you're on the street, you don't care about that. But if I'm riding from corner to corner, I maybe either can get some little groups together and 2 or 3 of us say, well, I'll meet you to go to the store, or you can ride to Target.
Right.
And some kind of things like that to get people to talking, people become united, and then you get elderly people or seniors to just want to work hard, or want to exercise.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, that'll be a project that you and I are going to investigate a little bit more. So thank you so much.
That means I'm an athlete now?
Yes.
I love it.
Okay, thank you, athlete Lena, and we'll be talking.
And thank you, Yolanda.
Okay.